Alright, welcome back to Spirit Chronicles, anime review episode number 15. We're here reviewing the 22nd episode of the series Spirit Chronicles, Destined, which is from the rest of chapter 7 and probably about the first half of chapter 8. And I do think possibly next episode that got finished after this chapter, and may go to the epilogue. I think that probably we're going to get to book 9. Yes. It is surprising in just 12 episodes they kind of mostly covered 5 books. Well, not really, no. I'd say at the start they were doing book 4. They got to book 4 pretty quickly. And, of course, they went through the rest of book 5 that was skipped over from last season's show. And then with book 6, book 7, and now we're basically about done book 7. Yeah, actually, with book 8 with book 7. Which is interesting to say the least. So, here's what happens. So, when the golems show up last episode, the ghouls, not the golems, so they pretty much basically battle the 2 knights that are there. Hirokia, who is a hero, he battles one of them, he gets knocked silly thanks to a haymaker, punch right to the chin, and he gets knocked over. But in the case of so Princess Renaud basically distracts the ghouls long enough for her to get away and end up in the hands of Lucius, the man who murdered Haruto's parents in this world. Yeah, she doesn't know that, but she gets kidnapped by him, and basically he keeps threatening to cut her legs off if she dare resist. Her legs. So, meanwhile, though, Haruto reunites with Latier. It's like, oh, everything's perfectly fine. It's like, oh, technical monsters. And all of a sudden, because the hero gets up, it kills several of the ghouls, and then uses a water to eliminate one of them, and basically destroy a window and part of the wall. So, Reese, he's the main villain of the series, who is also an ambassador. He proceeds to summon more ghouls to jump out right the frickin' window. As for Renoa, my guess is probably Haircrow probably is protecting her, given the fact that basically the ghouls not interested in them, so proceed to attack the people. Haruto eliminates several of them, and of course Aisha eliminates some too. Celia proceeds to use basically Earth Burst on him, and then all of a sudden he hears a scream, and it's Flora, and of course when Lucius basically talks, Haruto immediately recognizes who this is, and it's like, and Aisha basically just go after him because they're very anxious. So there's a couple more, and of course basically Aisha eliminates a lot of the ghouls with a spear, and of course eliminates the one who basically was the leader of this group, who is actually the one who they turned just a couple months prior. And so basically Haruto chases him to the forest and chases him with the scene. Of course, he's able to detect him and of course sees him, and eventually the episode ends with like, oh, I didn't expect to have this happen. And of course, the last shot we see is Haruto angry. Yep, and this leads into the ending of basically book 7. I'm looking forward to next week, definitely, especially when we have 2 more to go. And then we're done with the season. Now, I'm hoping there's season 2 because there's still lots of books. If you're curious, because the season probably will wrap up adapting book 7 and may start book 8. So, they technically, in a way, when they finish book 7, if you're curious, there are 19 books left. Plenty of source material. How far have I read right now for the light novels? I have read, as officially right now, after reading an omnibus, I think it was volume 9. I am up to basically volume 18 now. Yes, 18. Out of 26. Yep. Now, I do have a couple more, basically, I have left to go for omnibuses. And then I'm kind of mostly almost caught up with basically, I've been enjoying reading the Spirit Chronicles, not light novels. Heck, I've read almost the entire manga. Except for there's some, 3 short stories I haven't read yet that are published in the volumes for the series, which I probably get a chance to do and get my hands in the future. Don't worry about that. But in the case of this episode, it's fantastic. Love it. Can't wait for the next episode, which will be the penultimate episode of the season. Yes, starting this weekend, basically, it's like 3 straight days. You have 3 anime, basically. 111, basically, it's like getting close, basically, wrapping up all 3 of these seasons. Like, 2 of whom, basically, I started, like, about halfway through. While in the case of 1, I basically started from the beginning. So, basically, I said in 2 weeks, this season will be done. And Monday reduced down from 2 down to 1 show left. And speaking of the next show, it's a Freya next, and after that it'll be Bleach and 7 Deadly Sins. If I don't get time to watch the other 2 tonight, I'll probably watch it tomorrow and get done some more Jaspion. Yep, but see you next video. Bye!